What does Kevin Bacon and networking have to do with one another? Stay tuned. So today we're going to meet Tiana and Nick again. In the past week we've been talking about, building that network of I know a guy that knows a guy, or kind of going through your macro and micro networks. And both Tiana and Nick were like, when they started jotting down their list, they started realizing the power they already had. Take a look.
I drew you guys a whiteboard of a web to show you guys who do I know personally, right? So to the right of me, I have Miss Wilshana Lucky. She is the youth program director at the Robinson Community Learning Center. It's a local community center in South Bend that I have attended since the second grade, and I just graduated high school. Right below her is Miss Kara Miller. They're in the same division. And at her event, it was all about women empowering women, especially with the youth. And I know that she would be one of my advocates if I were to ever reach out to her with any ideas to bounce off with her. And then right above Miss Lashana Lucky, we have the president of the University of Notre Dame, Father John Jenkins. Now, Father John Jenkins just recently mentioned me in his speech that he gave at Notre Dame. He has this annual luncheon, and he called a woman at my local community center asking how to properly pronounce my name, because I have a crazy last name, y'all, and because he wanted to make sure he gave me recognition for all the great things that I've been doing in the community. On the left of me, I have Miss Christy Burgess. Miss Christy Burgess is wonderful. She is the youth Shakespeare director at the RCLC as well, and she is very respected across South Bend, and even in the UK. She was able to take a group of students to London and perform, so I know if I were to reach out to her, she would also be willing to help me in my business. I contacted the middle school principals in my community personally. So we have Mr. Babinski, and then he's the principal of Edison Intermediate. And then I contacted Ms. Carmen Williams, and we were able to sit down and have a conversation, and she was so excited about what I was doing. She said this is something that she would need in her middle school. And then, as you can see, right above Christy Burgess, I have Mr. Don Whitrick, and I said that he literally knows everyone. I'm not quite sure who he knows, but he is an amazing guy, and he is helping me in whatever way, and I am so grateful that he is helping me with this process that I'm embarking on.
After doing this connections, little worksheet and working out, who's actually available to help me, and who did I not think about reaching out before to see who could help me out with Cube Ops. And I think definitely what I've noticed is my family is, they're especially deep into the tech sector. So I think they definitely have a lot of connections that, if I had just asked, then I'm sure they would have, and already have, connected me with a few people that could help me out with this. So we'll keep working, and I'll keep you updated, and I will see you next week.
Tiana's list, if you didn't take note, it was pretty impressive already, and she started thinking, you know what, I could count on these people, especially because she's doing things for the community already, and people feel like they want to give back to her. Meanwhile, Nick was like, wait, my family's already pretty killer in this. He just didn't necessarily think of starting to ask people. And I think that's the best thing about this week, is that our students were whiteboarding or jotting down a list of people that they can count on. And also this week's videos, we've gotten a ton of comments on, wow, great idea. What I would love for you guys to do is also help them build that network. If there's a student that you've seen and you're identifying with, please in the comments let me know that you want to reach out to them, or you can reach out to them via LinkedIn. We're also posting our videos on Facebook and Twitter as well. But no matter what, this kind of build is always important, because they may not have a successful venture yet. But as they grow, they're going to be collecting names and the useful people that they can provide value to, and that you can provide value to them. And this is so important for the long game. A lot of these students are 16 to 18 years old. I can't even imagine the network they're going to have 2 years from now, 3 years from now, 5 years, 10 years from now. And this is one of the things that I'm trying to impress upon a lot of parents, homeschool groups, teachers, is that network you build now will always pay off dividends later. As always, we enjoy the comments. A share is like gold to us. We appreciate all your support. This is Don Wettrick reminding you again that opportunities are everywhere. We'll see ya.